Hello everyone, welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. This is Denise. At this channel we discuss dating for the mature woman, lifestyle, getting what we want, marriage, just life, the circle of life. That's what we talk about, the circle of life. But in particular, the focus is on dating. Today I'd like to talk about getting what you want and not settling. So much in society tells us that because we are mature women that we should get what we are given, that we should take what we're given. And I disagree. I'd rather be alone and a little bit lonely, but have good friends and family than to just take what's offered to me in terms of male companionship. As Chloe __ says, you have to master the art of walking away. And I think that you can attest to that. My viewers, my listeners, you can attest to the fact that I've done a lot of walking away rather than take and eat what's been offered on the table of dating. It is my belief that when a man enters my life, he has to relieve me of some of the burden of society and being a Black woman in society. And I'm not just talking about money. That's included, but I'm talking about the emotional space, making way for me to cry, talk about what is ailing me. And of course, usually women give men that space if they want to take it. We give them that space because that's how we're wired. That's how we're born. It's in our DNA to nurture and listen and make everyone around us feel better, even to our own detriment. But a man has to add to my life. He has to add to my life, relieve me of some of the burden that I carry. Financial burdens, emotional burdens, spirituality. He has to want to know God for himself. That's in Zora Neale Hurston's book, Their Eyes Were Watching God. I love that book. That dialect is hard. But you have to know God for yourself. Each person coming to the relationship has to know God for himself. And one thing that I realize is that everybody's knowing of God for himself or herself is different. Some people will read the word and say, yes, 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 that's good, and think that they're applying it in situations, and they do apply it to all situations except for the romantic relationship that they're in. I know I've been guilty of it. I think less so now than before, but we're all guilty of it. But I do believe that a man should relieve you, should lift you up. If he's coming to the relationship, he has to lift you up. He can't burden you with his stuff. Meaning, if he doesn't make what you are expecting a man to make, and only you can determine that. But we are talking about hypergamy, so at a basic minimum for myself is that he has to make what I make, come with what I come with, a car and a house. That's it. And it's not a lot to ask in America because it's all obtainable. I'm not saying he has to have a luxury car. I don't. He doesn't have to have a luxury, but it works. It has to work. And his house doesn't have to be, 3, 4, 5,000 square feet either. But just be able to pay your own bills and things of that nature. That's it. But when a man comes into your life, he has to lift you up. He can't come in expecting you to lift him up. I did a video on, hitching his wagon to yours. At this age, men are looking to hitch their wagons to our horses and ride off into the wild blue yonder on your horses with their wagon hitched to it. And if you imagine an old Western where they had covered wagons, all the pots and pans roped on the side and jiggling, and it's wobbly, and the wheels are made of wood, and if it hits a rock, the whole wheel could just go flying off and then you're stuck. I just want you to get this visual. Watch some of those old John Wayne Westerns with the covered wagon, and they're traveling from one campfire to the next trying to go west, or where the gold is, or whatever. You get the picture. So you got the horses. The horses are big and strong and sturdy. You have got your horses, and he's trying to hitch his rickety, raggedy wagon, covered wagon, to your sturdy, strong horses. Just imagine. It's not going to be long before you hit a rock and the damn wheel to the wagon it goes flying somewhere. And then he wants you to sit in the front with him to steer the horses. So the wagon is covered. They got a seat in the front for the person who's driving, with the horse reins, and that's not covered. That's out in the elements. So he's up there, guiding the horses, and he wants you to sit out there with him and keep him company while he does that. The whole trip he wants you out there. So don't go for that. Don't go for the okie doke. Just wait. I'd rather be alone than deal with that. I'm sorry. My mother used to say, I can do bad by myself. It's true. You can do bad by yourself. So, on a more positive note, there's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for me. There's somebody for me. There's somebody for you. We got to keep doing the positive work, clearing our mind of negativity, not letting people tell us that we're too old and who do we think we are and all of that. I look good. Every day I tell myself that. Every day, makeup or not, I tell myself I look good. God has blessed me with health and abundance. Do I have bad days? Absolutely. Absolutely. Every day is not perfect for me, but that's okay because it's just a feeling. They come and they go. Feelings come and they go. They come and they go. They go and they come. That's life. But he has to lift you up. He has to relieve you of some of the burden, the pressures of the world. He does. And his actions will show that he is serious about you. You won't have to guess. All this ghosting and breadcrumbing and trying to figure men out for the reasons for what they do. Stop. It's not worth it. Because one thing I know has not changed. This behavior that's going on in the dating world, regardless of age, they all have new terminology, new names for old behavior. But it's still the same. But one thing doesn't change and has not changed. When a man wants you, you know. There's no doubt in your mind because his actions align with what he's saying. What he's saying aligns with his actions. Plain and simple. We don't have to, do all of the stuff that Matthew Hussey tells us to do and be vulnerable and text him back and say this and say that. That man know what he doing. He ain't interested. And if he is, he know how to come back and say something different and do something different. He knows. So, let him go. Let him go. Let him go. A man is supposed to lift us up, not bring us down, and not climb our backs to get to the next level in a lifestyle that he can't create on his own or doesn't have already on his own. Don't do it. Don't let him hitch his wagon to your horses. Don't let him do it. Wait it out, baby. Wait it out. There's a man for me and there's a man for you. All we need is one. All we need is one. Keep working on ourselves and we're going to be just fine. See you in the next video. Bye.